Just a quick update on all the shit about my health that I was talking about in my review for Rise. Also have a cough sweet in my mouth, so if I sound a bit weird, or if I sound like I'm eating something, that's why. My feverish symptoms are mostly gone. I'm sweating a lot, which I'm hoping that just means that, my body is literally sweating the fever off. Fingers crossed, because I'm going to the cinema tomorrow. I'm going with mates. I'm going out to eat. I don't want to, give them anything. Although, I doubt that, the coughing and the phlegm and the constant need to blow my nose, I doubt that they'll be gone by tomorrow. But, I don't have that warmth anymore, so at least that's something. Anyway, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Universally Positive Ratings. Directed by Matt Reeves. I watched it on Disney Plus. Andy Serkis, Jason Clarke, Gary Oldman, Judy Greer, Cody Smith McPhee, Kirk Acevedo. This is, in my opinion, better than Rise. Although I think it's hard to compare the two because Rise was like tonally and just it's a completely different film. I feel like it's trying to compare, I don't know, Forrest Gump to John Wick. You can't really compare the two because they're different. Obviously, these are more similar than Forrest Gump and John Wick, but you get the point. That being said, I think this was better, according to Ginger, which, I, again, seen it with him and Bin Man. According to Ginger, this is the best film in the trilogy. Obviously, watching this now, it's hard not to compare this to the Batman in terms of Matt Reeves' directing style because the cinematography is quite similar. There was a bit where they have it's not a tank, but it's one of those big cars that they would have used in Afghanistan with the turret in it and shit. It's basically like a car and a tank at the same time, minus the big cannon. Um, there's a scene where there's people in that. One of the apes sort of jumps into it and kills them all. And the turret's just sort of spinning around very slowly, and the camera was sort of attached to it. Great cinematography. There was also another bit at the end which is very similar to the ending of the Batman, where the sun is just rising. I think it's rising, and Caesar is like above everyone else, and he has like a fist in the air because they defeated Koba, I think his name is. Yeah, Koba. Um, that that was great. Speaking of Koba, I thought there was going to be like a direct connection in the war. Like, I didn't think Koba was going to die. I thought the war was going to be a war between Koba and Caesar. And then you have the bit of the human aspect there, because if Koba wins, the humans are going to be enslaved, if not all killed. Or if Caesar wins, like, they will make peace and they'll go their separate ways. But maybe this is them fighting against, like, the military, because that's how Dawn ended. It's also hard not to compare this to Corona, because, you know, you have the simian flu, which I know maybe a better comparison might have been monkeypox, but there was no sort of monkeypox pandemic. It doesn't help that this takes place in 2021, roughly, because I mean Rise came out in 2011. It probably takes place in 2011, and then even though this came out in 2014, they said it takes place 10 years after Rise. So, um, it's not the first thing to do that. You know, have like a sort of some sort of virus or plague or whatever uh, around the world around 2020, but it's just what the fuck. So many times that has happened. I'm not saying that like they knew, but it's just it's crazy. I can't think of anything else to talk about. Um, Other than I feel like Gary Oldman's accent sort of shifted about, because I swear there's some scenes where he's in an English accent, but the rest of it he's American. Also, speaking of Gary Oldman, this is the most that Gary Oldman has looked like Gary Oldman in a film. Like, that picture of him there is what he looks like in film, but most other things I've seen him in, there's something different about him. Like, Soul Horses, he's fat as fuck. Like, he's got... I, I don't know if it's a fat suit or he just gained weight for the role. Darkest Hour, actually I haven't seen that, but same. Dark Knight trilogy is a mustache. Now, Ginger sort of got pissed off at me when I said that, because so what? He's got slightly more hair in this. Just it's I don't know. It just seems so different. Maybe it's the glasses as well. Like, I know he wears glasses in Dark Knight, but they're different. Mm. But True Romance, he had like dreadlocks, and he just basically was wanting to be black. Like, the only other thing I can think of that comes close is Leon. Anyway, like, maybe I didn't notice this. Like, there was a sort of line of dialogue or anything like that that made this make sense, and I just didn't notice it because, well, to be honest, I was coughing my lungs out the entire film. But I don't like the fact that they, like, coincidentally went to James Franco's house. Like, this is California. There's millions of houses they could have stopped at, but they stopped at his house. Like, maybe Caesar, like, said something to indicate that, they should go to this particular house, but I don't know. Because I take frequent breaks to the bathroom to spit phlegm out and shit like that. And I'm sorry for talking about the TMI stuff, but it's not that I wasn't intentionally not paying attention. Like, I wasn't bored. It's just I'm sick, unfortunately. yeah, I don't think there's anything else to talk about. So I guess before I go, I'll give a couple updates. Cinema review coming soon. Uh, no game reviews for a while because I'm currently playing Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. And let me just count. Like, I think this is like the third or fourth Lego game that I've played in a row because there was this and it. Before that was Lego Marvel Superheroes 1. Before that was Lego Hobbit. I'm trying to think. What was. I think like maybe. Well, it couldn't have been Incredibles or Ninjago. But just, I've been playing so many Lego games in a row. Plus this sickness, I'm getting bored as fuck. Plus, I just don't really like this game. So I'm not going to finish it for quite a while, especially since it's so long. Um, but eventually, when I do, um, I'm either going to go on to a game that isn't Lego that I've already played, but I think it should be quick. I don't really remember how long it was, but I'm pretty sure I beat it in like a day or two. I don't even know why I'm being secretive about it when there's no review. It's a way out. I'm gonna do a way out again. I haven't played that in like 5 years. um, although it's gonna be like getting trophies and shit, which could be hard. I don't know. I wasn't really. I didn't go for them when I played them initially. So I don't really know or remember if there's any like really hard ones. But if I don't do that, or when I beat that, I'm gonna go on to like the rest of the Lego games I haven't played. No, sorry, there's Lego Batman 3, but I'm gonna leave that one for later because it's one of the longer ones. Uh, I don't remember which ones I have, but I have like 4 left. I think there's Lego Batman 3, and no, I'm not. I'm not gonna say the name of the other one. So there's 2 ones I haven't played before, which they'll be getting reviews. Um, then there's Lego Batman 3, which is the second last that'll do because I've already played it and it's longer than the other 2. And then there's the last one, which is it's probably going to be obvious based on what I say, but it is the longest Lego game. I played it before, did a beginning review where I said I couldn't get into it, but I'm going to give it a second chance. So there won't be a beginning review for that, but there will be a middle and end review. There will be more cinema reviews coming soon. Like at least on top of the one that I'm seeing tomorrow, there's going to be at least another 2 coming pretty soon. Problem is, I'm broke right now. We thought I'd be getting paid tomorrow from Universal Credit, but I'm not. I'm getting paid on Tuesday. But on top of that, on Tuesday, I start working. So that's gonna. I'm not gonna have as much time as it did. So, I mean, it's not like I'll be working late because I'm going to be a traffic attendant, and like the latest that your shift, like the latest it will finish is 6 p.m. So it's not like I'm working late where most of the cinema times happen, especially since one of the films will be like, I forgot there's another film, so it's like 4 films in total that I can remember at least. Um, since one of them is a horror film, most of them will be late at night. So I think that's all I have to say. If I'm not like working too early, if I have time to go to my grandparents' house, I'll be watching shit with them. Currently, it's NCISLA, which there's about, I think, a season and a half left of that. But when I'm done with that, I'll be going on to a couple of BBC shows, which, obviously they're smaller. And at least one of those have ended. So, if I have the ability to go to his house while I'm employed, then I will, and I'll be watching those shows. So there will be at least one FR coming soon. There's a possible second because I don't want to say what shows I'm watching, but there's only one that I know is definitely cancelled, and there's another which I'm pretty sure I heard that season 2 was the last.